Walk through any small town in Italy, and you'll see something strange. 80-year-old men arguing loudly over espresso, grandmothers riding bicycles to the market, old friends laughing over wine that lasts 3 hours. No fitness trackers, no calorie apps, no gym memberships. And yet, Italy has one of the highest life expectancies on Earth. So, what's the secret? It's not some hidden diet plan or biohack. It's something much simpler and much harder to copy. Here's the paradox. In many Western countries, health has become a full-time obsession. We count steps, track macros, weigh ourselves daily, and scroll through wellness content until midnight, which, ironically, ruins our sleep. Italians do almost none of this. They eat pasta, they eat bread, they drink wine most nights. Nobody there is measuring their protein intake at dinner. And yet, region by region, places like Sardinia are home to some of the highest concentrations of centenarians in the world. Researchers even gave it a name, a blue zone. The lesson isn't that health tracking is bad, it's that Italians built longevity into their lifestyle, not their willpower. And that distinction changes everything. Let's start with food, because it's the most obvious difference. In much of the modern world, eating has become transactional. We eat fast, often alone, often in front of a screen, often while working. Food is fuel, something to get through so we can move on to the next task. In Italy, a meal is an event. Lunch can stretch past an hour, dinner even longer. Courses arrive slowly, a starter, a pasta course, a main, maybe fruit or cheese after. This isn't indulgence for its own sake. It's built-in portion control. When you eat slowly, in courses, surrounded by conversation, your body has time to register that it's full, long before you've overeaten. The ingredients matter too, of course. Olive oil instead of processed seed oils, tomatoes and vegetables grown nearby, bread made simply. But nutritionists who study the Mediterranean diet keep coming back to the same point. It's not just what Italians eat, it's how they eat it, unhurried, social, and rarely alone. Now, here's something you'll almost never see in an Italian town. A 6 a.m. gym rush. That's because movement isn't scheduled. It's woven into daily life. Narrow medieval streets mean walking is often faster than driving. Groceries are bought fresh, in smaller amounts, more frequently, which means more small trips on foot. Older generations still tend gardens, climb stairs in centuries-old buildings, and take the evening passeggiata, a slow, purposeless walk after dinner, often with neighbors. None of this feels like exercise. It doesn't require motivation, a subscription, or a countdown timer. It's just what the day naturally involves. This matters because studies on aging consistently show that frequent low-intensity movement throughout the day is linked to better longevity outcomes than short, intense bursts followed by hours of sitting. Italians aren't chasing personal records. They're simply never still for very long. Here's the part people underestimate. Chronic stress quietly ages the body. It raises cortisol, disrupts sleep, and has been linked to inflammation, heart disease, and faster cellular aging. And this might be where Italy's biggest advantage actually lives. Not in the food, but in the pace. Shops still close for a few hours in the afternoon in many towns. Sundays are protected, for family, not errands. Conversations happen face-to-face, often loudly, but rarely rushed. There's a cultural resistance to treating busyness as a badge of honor. Compare that to a culture where being slammed is a status symbol, where lunch is eaten at a desk, and rest feels like something you have to earn. Over decades, that difference compounds. The Italian approach isn't about doing less. Many Italians work hard. It's about protecting pockets of the day that are untouchable. Time for coffee, time for family, time to simply sit. There's a growing body of research suggesting loneliness may be as damaging to health as smoking. And this is where Italy quietly excels. Multi-generational households are still common. Grandparents help raise grandchildren. Sunday lunch with extended family isn't an occasion, it's a habit. Elderly people aren't tucked away. They're at the center of daily life, still needed, still useful, still talked to. This sense of purpose and belonging does something a supplement never could. Studies on blue zones consistently point to strong social ties and a clear sense of purpose, something Italians often call having a reason to wake up. as one of the strongest predictors of a long, healthy life. Health, it turns out, isn't only physical, it's relational. This is the part that might be hardest to hear if you're someone who loves data. Many Italians simply don't obsess over health metrics. And that absence of obsession may itself be protective. Constant self-monitoring can create anxiety. It can turn eating, resting, and moving, things that should feel natural, into sources of guilt and pressure. When your lifestyle already includes good food, daily movement, low chronic stress, and strong relationships, you don't need to measure every variable. The system runs in the background. You trust it. The way you trust your heart to keep beating without checking your pulse every hour. That's not a rejection of health awareness. It's a sign that when the environment is right, willpower and vigilance matter less. So, why do Italians stay younger without obsessing about health? Because they never separated health from life in the first place. It's not a checklist, it's not a phase, it's just Tuesday. A slow lunch, a walk after dinner, a loud dinner table full of people who love you, and a Sunday with nowhere urgent to be. You don't need to move to Italy to borrow this. Eat one meal a day without your phone. Walk somewhere instead of driving. Call someone instead of texting. Protect 1 hour a week that belongs to no one but you and the people you love. Longevity, it turns out, isn't something you chase. It's something you build, quietly, daily, without ever needing to track it. If this gave you a new way to think about health, subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments. What's one Italian habit you'd actually try this week?